Welcome back to Top the Tier, where we tier list things. I'm your host, William. This is my co-host,
Jack.
And today we're going to be doing the everything tier list. Everything in the whole universe.
So there's no rules what we can put on the tier list, and what we're going to do is rate the items that we choose based on anything ever.
Anything. But we both have two lists, both of which neither of us know what we picked, and we're all going to be putting them onto one big tier list. And our tier list is also going back to the normal of S, A, B, C, D. Alrighty, first on my list we have, out of the tier list of everything, we have white picket fences.
Anything to add on the white picket fences?
You know, I see a lot of people, like in cartoons, they'll be painting a white picket fence. They'll paint it red or whatever. You know, I don't have a white picket fence. I know a couple people who maybe do. But I mean, when it comes to home decoration, a good fence can mean a lot to the outside of the house.
That's true. A white picket fence does sound pretty snazzy.
But on the tier list of everything,
You think of all the things you got to compare it with.
I think there's a lot to compare it with, but I think it's a pretty good. Everyone knows what a white picket fence is.
Right.
I think it's got to go like a B, like a B.
A B?
There's a lot you can do with a fence. There's a lot of kinds of white picket fences.
I suppose.
I think
when it comes to fences, white picket fence is pretty much the best.
It's
fence.
the basic fence.
I think it's the best looking fence.
I agree. We're gonna go B.
B. Okay.
On to yours.
Okay. So my first pick would be Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
I honestly agree. I think he's the best out of the Spider-Man.
A lot of people wouldn't agree, but I think he's the best Spider-Man. I don't think he's I think the movie, like that Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man, I think those were good movies compared to the
Because
the originals were good, but I think it was too early. Like the CGI and stuff.
no one was ready for Spider-Man.
Yeah,
at that
the
point.
CGI wasn't there, but like with the Amazing Spider-Man, all the special effects are good. The story's the same.
And the Tom Holland movies are kind of just.
There's no backstory.
They're
Tom Holland.
good.
They just throw him in there.
They're good, but he's got like super, like he's got
But
magic.
you never
and
get to
stuff.
see Tom Holland's origin story.
Yeah,
in
that
Amazing
too.
Spider-Man, they really go into the origin story. That's why I like it.
I think they had good villains in those ones too. I think let's see. Out of everything.
Out of everything.
Out of superhero movies, I'd say it's one of the like higher up superhero movies.
Yeah,
and then
the trilogy.
movies, and then everything.
Okay, I think Spider-Man should be B.
I think Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man.
The Andrew Garfield Spider-Man should be B.
Yes.
All right. Next on my list is The Last Day of School.
Is it the last day of school? Any specific year?
Just the last day of school in general.
Okay.
Every year combined.
Got you.
Like the last year of kindergarten.
The last day?
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Last day of kindergarten. I don't really remember what happened.
Yeah.
A lot of my last days of school, I remember in the middle school we'd go down and we'd get
Lagoon.
lunch and we'd get Lagoon. I know in elementary school we played Mario Kart for the last day of school.
That sounds awesome.
And I beat my teacher in Mario Kart.
That sounds awesome.
But I think the last day of school is like probably the best day of the school year.
Right.
I think everyone has to agree on that.
Yeah. I think it's for sure gotta be A.
I think it has to be A just because
It's such an exciting time.
you have to sit through the rest of the school year. I think it's worth an A.
Yeah. Next on my list is the Caniac combo
From Raising Cane's.
from Raising Cane's.
You want to give us a explanation on what the Caniac combo
A rundown.
is? Rundown
So
of
what you
it
get is it six pieces of chicken?
I think it's 6.
Okay. I think 6 pieces of chicken, 2 toasts,
2
fries,
toast, fries,
Mhm.
a drink,
and then the sauce.
and the cane sauce. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't like mince.
We've been over this in the fast food tier list. I hate Cane's. I don't like Cane's. Cane's sucks. And it comes with coleslaw.
Okay, yeah, but it's a deal. It's a steal.
How much
I
is
think
it?
it's the most expensive thing they have. It's like $15 or $16.
Now, in my opinion, that is not worth it. I do not like Cane's that much to spend $15 on that. But I did spend $11 on coleslaw. We don't talk about that. I think compared to what we have, though, and everything,
Yeah.
you can't tell me
Food
that's
item. I can't tell you. Yeah, food items.
you can't tell me that's your favorite food.
No, it's not.
No.
That's what I put in the list. Oh, because I think it'd be.
I think out of everything, we rated Cane's, I think, a B or a C with Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Around that area.
I think the cane combo's gotta be C out of everything.
I think it has to be C as well, just
Okay.
because that's too much canes.
That's true. I don't think I'd finish that.
I
I
think
don't think
that's too
anyone's
much
ever
cane.
finished that.
Next on my list, we have pinball.
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 I know someone who has a pinball machine in their basement. We go over to his house sometimes. That I like playing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure my uncle might have a pinball machine. Pinball was a big thing back in like what, the 80s?
I don't like.
That's gonna offend some people watching
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Don't.
Pinball's cool though, and I like to play pinball.
Pinball's cool. I like pinball.
I'm pretty sure they have like pinball like championships too, probably.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think
I haven't
so?
heard of that.
I think there's got to be. But on a list of everything compared to white picket fences and the Caniac combo, I think pinball's higher than both of those.
So B.
I think pinball is either. I think it's probably a B. It's a good, fun arcade game.
It is.
An old, fun arcade game.
Okay.
Next on your list.
Pinball B. I like it. Next on my list we have. This year we had an extra long winter break.
We did.
I'm putting winter break plus.
Winter break. This year's winter
Yeah,
break.
this year's winter break.
Well, I think this year's winter break for me was kind of sluggish.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really go anywhere. We didn't travel. Last few days I got sick. That was not fun.
Okay.
But the added snow days I did like. We got an absurd amount of snow.
Mm-hmm. The last 2 days we have a lot of snow. We didn't get to go to school. And I slept in.
I slept in. My sleep schedule was terrible.
But I'm very awake right now.
Very awake right now. We're ready to do this. Today there was skiing that was supposed to happen.
That got canceled.
From the brand new snow though, I'd imagine that would have been amazing.
That would have been fun if we got to do that.
I think most winter breaks, I'd say, are probably along the lines of the last day of school. It's Christmas and it's New Year's.
Yeah. I love Christmas. Who doesn't love Christmas?
Who doesn't love Christmas?
We get a week off from school. I got a week off from work because I went to Wisconsin.
I got a week off of work because I was sick.
Mm.
I think this year's winter break was probably the same as the last day of
It's
school.
got to be on par with last
Probably
year's
an
school.
A.
So an A. Okay.
Next from my list, we have that brand new car smell.
I don't like the new car smell.
I got in my first car and it was amazing. It lasted like a week. It was awesome.
I don't like the new car smell.
I think you're just missing what kind of car smell.
That's true.
Because my car had fabric seats. It didn't have leather seats.
The leather seat with a heat warmer does not smell that good.
But like when you get into a brand new like fabric seat with like the like my grandma and grandpa's car always smells like new car smell.
Mm-hmm.
They must treat it good or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't like that smell.
I like it every time I get inside of it. But on the list of everything, I think the new car smells good.
But it doesn't last that long.
It doesn't last that long as well. And a lot of people, like you said, don't like it. You said you don't like it, and I know other people that don't
I'd
like
say
it.
C at most.
You think it's C?
At most.
We do have a D tier. We could put it there.
Okay, D.
I think we'll put new car smell in D.
Sweet.
Next on your list.
Next on my list is a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket. No, just think of all the things you can do.
The 5-gallon.
And they're cheap. They are so cheap. I don't know exactly how much, but go to Home Depot, buy a bucket. They're pretty cheap.
The 5-gallon Home Depot bucket.
You can do a lot of things with it.
I've seen they are everywhere. I'm surprised we don't have one in this room here with us. I'm pretty sure
They
there was
got the
one last
sign
time.
on them with like the baby head first in it.
Yep,
just to,
no
like, keep
falling
away
in the
from kids.
bucket.
Yeah.
You could. I'm pretty sure I've heard people of cooking food in our Home Depot bucket. I don't think so.
We could.
You could probably
mix
figure
up
it
a
out.
bunch of soup or something.
You could make a soup in that. You can make mix concrete in it. You could turn it into an evil machine, as we figured out.
If you're out in the wilderness, you could use it as a toilet.
You could. That's what I know. A lot of people like ice fishing.
Yeah.
It's ice fishing season. A lot of people use that.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's got
think
a lot of uses.
it does have a lot of
And it's
uses.
cheap. And it's orange.
And there's not really any other competition buckets other than maybe the Lowe's blue
Yeah.
bucket.
If you're thinking,
but no one thinks of the Lowe's.
if
blue
you're thinking
bucket.
of a 5-gallon bucket, you're thinking of the Home
the
Depot
the
bucket.
bright orange Depot bucket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could store white paint in that for your white picket fence.
That's true.
I think honestly, without the Home Depot bucket, you wouldn't be making that fence. So I think it has to go higher than the fence.
This could be B
B tier.
for a bucket. B
For
for
a home-
bucket.
Everyone knows about the Home Depot bucket.
That's true.
I think it's got to be B. Next, I've got the fall of Constantinople. The fall of Constantinople, happened, I think, the 1800s or something. I did a presentation on it last year. I don't remember most of it. I know it was sometime around the Crusades, which I think were actually the 1600s. It was a city in, I think, Jerusalem. They made a song about it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, honestly, it was a pretty major battle. I don't think compared to other battles in history, it was that big of significance.
It must have been if they made songs about it.
I suppose, but I think there's other more important times in history.
She's saying it's a pretty mid-war.
They didn't really,
Or
they
battle.
didn't have like
Middle
guns or
battle.
anything. They had like swords.
It was
and-
like a revolution, right? Something like that.
It was something like that in Jerusalem, I think, and then they changed the name, and now it's Istanbul because of the, it's in the song too.
Yeah.
But out of the list of everything's got a lot of history.
That's true, but think about it, how old it is, and we're still talking about it today. It's got to be pretty significant.
I think out of significance, it's probably C for Constantinople,
Okay.
because we don't have I for Istanbul.
Next on my list is Star Wars prequels. Not the three prequels.
The newer movies, right?
No, the prequels. The ones that came out in between the new ones and the originals.
Oh.
The ones with like Anakin Skywalker. I know you're not a big Star Wars person.
Not as big as you. I just know the new movies are bad and the old movies
The movies are
good.
bad, but the prequels, I like them.
Do you
I
have
love
strong
the prequels.
thoughts on the prequels?
I love the prequels. I don't like Jar Jar Binks, but I love the prequels.
You don't like Jar Jar Binks?
I don't like Jar Jar Binks.
What?
He's annoying.
He's annoying. But
I liked
he's-
him when I was little.
He's like the funny character.
I liked him when I was little, but like I watched the prequels recently. Not recently, like a year ago. I did not like Jar Jar Binks. But I still do think, like plot-wise, like that. It actually,
They had
they're pretty
good
good
plot.
movies. They're pretty good, like actual movies.
Compared to the other Star Wars movies,
Like the old ones, they're good just because they have such a significance to a lot of people.
it's like the first start of Star Wars.
Yeah, but like the prequels happens before that, and like there's effects, a bunch of new effects. in
Better
it,
special effects,
and
just like the
they
Spider-Man.
introduce a lot of new like worlds. I don't know. I like it. It really expands the Star Wars universe. I like it.
I think that's a good way to describe. On a list of everything, just like the Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
What do we rank Spider-Man? B or C? I think we ranked him C.
Yeah.
I think out of everything, the prequels probably played. They played a big part in the story.
Mm-hmm. And Star Wars is pretty big deal for a lot of people.
It's a pretty big deal for a lot of everyone.
A lot of people don't care. A lot of people do care. I care.
Would you say the prequels are the best out of the movies?
Some people don't like the prequels. A lot of people do not like the prequels.
But would you say that it's the best?
I think out of the three trilogies, I think the prequels are the best.
So the best Star Wars movie out of everything, I think probably have to be Star Wars is really big. I think probably B.
B?
Well,
yeah, I don't think it should be any higher.
you don't think so?
No. It's just it's a movie. It's movies.
It is just a movie. Okay, we'll go B for the Star Wars prequels. Next on my list we have thunderstorms.
It depends.
Thunderstorms are a big thing. They happen everywhere.
It depends, but like when I'm sitting in my room at night, if I'm cozied up in bed reading a book and there's a thunderstorm outside, that's a
I'm
wonderful night.
There's thunderstorms on like Mercury and Jupiter. There's the spot on Jupiter that I'm pretty sure is like a hurricane.
Something like that.
Thunderstorm. It happens throughout the whole universe.
Mm-hmm.
And when you could think of the whole universe and then you think of everything, the universe is a lot of everything.
So you're saying just because of the consistency of
I
thunderstorms?
think just the consistency and like what you said, being cozied up, hearing the lightning and the rain outside. I think thunderstorms have a pretty big impact. I think they should go A2.
That's true. We don't control the weather.
We don't control the weather, and thunderstorms are the weather.
Yeah. Okay.
Next on your list.
Next on my list is when you like say you leave the classroom or you're at some public place, you go to the drinking fountain and it's extra cold.
Extra cold drinking fountains.
Extra cold drinking fountains.
Especially on a hot day or you just got out of gym
You're
class.
like, and you go to the drink. Like when you go to drinking fountain, and it's really warm. That's a bummer.
It's gross.
That's a
awful,
bummer.
terrible day. Ruins the day.
But when it's cold,
But a nice cold
that
drinking
gives you a
fountain.
spike of energy. A cold water.
That cold water bite. Although drinking fountain water can be kind of gross compared to other waters.
But if it's cold, it's good.
It's kind of I'd rank drinking fountain water on the same area of hose water. If you know what I mean, it's kind of the same like taste a little bit.
I don't know. It's more temperature for me.
I think the feeling of the cold drinking water though is great. I think I'd rather have a cold bottle of water though I think anyone would
When you're
kinda
going
choose
to
that.
the drinking fountain, you don't have a bottle of water.
You don't have a bottle
It's
of
your
water.
last resort.
You got to make do with what you got.
It's your last resort when you're going to the drinking fountain.
And if it's good like that, I think it's great. I think it should be.
Like when you're walking up to the drinking fountain, you're not expecting it to be really awesome. You're expecting it to be mid.
You're expecting, I'm thirsty, I need water.
But if it's cold, it's just a little extra.
It's that little extra.
It just makes your day, in my opinion.
I think, out of everything, I think the cold drinking fountain is probably. I think
It's a good feeling.
I think it's a great
It's a
feeling.
good feeling.
I think it's got to be B.
Okay.
Next on my list is AA batteries. AA batteries annoy me.
Yeah, I'd be open up the TV remote, spinning them around a little bit.
Spin them around. Some to half the time we don't have AA batteries.
Yeah.
We've got a pack of like 150 now though, and that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, but I don't really need AA batteries anymore.
Yeah, but then like eventually you do, and then you never have them when you
Then
do.
you never have them when you need them. Like you said, you got to spin them around in the TV remote or the Xbox controller.
Whatever it is, flashlight.
Now compared to AAA batteries,
AAA batteries, they're smaller.
AAA batteries are the smaller ones. I think AA's are better. Honestly, I like them. I like the way they fit in my hand better.
That's true.
Maybe I
they
just
feel
have
good in the hand.
Maybe I have weird hands. I don't know.
No, AA batteries definitely feel better in the hand than AAA batteries.
Out of everything, electricity is kind of runs our lives.
Yeah, lithium's pretty cool.
We're using electricity right now. I don't think AA batteries deserve an A.
Definitely not.
I think they're just that much of a nuisance.
Everything's chargeable now.
Everything is chargeable, and they have the rechargeable AA's.
That's
Granted,
true.
those never worked for me.
But it's really popular in other countries.
I think AA batteries, just as a whole, I think electricity is important. If we were rating electricity, I'd say honestly S tier.
Yeah, but it's just batteries.
But this is just
and a
AA
specific
batteries.
battery.
I think they have to go in D tier, honestly.
Yeah, I think
They're just annoying.
they're outdated at this point.
They're very outdated at this point.
My next list is, for me, it's just pretty good. But like when you're in public and you gotta use the restroom, I don't like it. But when you go in the restroom, there's no one else in there.
An empty public bathroom.
Empty public bathroom.
I'd honestly say perfection.
It's perfection. Because like you gotta use the restroom. You can't just not.
You can't just not. And you go in there, and you're disappointed that there's other people in there. But you go in there, and it's like walking through the pearly gates.
There's no one in there. It's
There's
quiet.
no one in there.
All you hear is the hum.
The hum of whatever.
Whatever public restroom you're in, there's always a
You
hum.
can pick wherever you want. You could just go in the sink if you really wanted to. I think an empty public restroom, especially an empty school bathroom,
Yeah, the school bathroom's bad when there's people in there.
I think that's S tier.
S tier?
I think an empty public
The feeling you get.
it's like
not,
I said,
it's not replicated with anything else.
walking through the pearly gates. It is perfection. I think it has to be S tier.
Empty public restrooms is S tier.
Yes, I
Okay.
think empty public restroom is S.
Pterodactyls. Now, according to AdventureDinosaurs.com, pterodactyls can fly up to 80 miles per hour, or could.
That's
Now,
how fast
it's a pretty big animal too.
That's
Like,
that's how fast I drive on the highway. 80 miles per hour is pretty fast.
80 miles per hour is pretty fast, but think of how big.
A pterodactyl is pretty bigger than
Big.
an eagle.
It's a lot bigger than an eagle.
I think pterodactyls out of dinosaurs are pretty cool.
They're one of the cooler. They can fly. They're dinosaurs that can fly. That's
And they're like
automatically points.
they're not like normal birds where they have like feathers and stuff.
I think some people think they did have feathers.
Well, there's the whole argument about
Yeah.
did the T-Rex have
Yeah,
feathers?
yeah.
Who knows? We'll never know. But I think that the depiction of pterodactyls being like lizard shaped or like lizard feeling,
Yeah.
they don't have feathers. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Considering there's nothing like that today.
Mm-hmm.
I think pterodactyls, out of all the dinosaurs, are probably.
I think if you saw a pterodactyl in the sky today, you'd I don't know.
I don't think I'd freak out.
I'd never go outside again. They're huge, and they're predators.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd. It's like seeing like a bird. Like
Yep.
It's like seeing a bald eagle. Like, oh look, a bald eagle.
Yeah, but
I think I'd have the same reaction.
they're huge.
They are huge. It's like seeing like a small like Cessna fly above your head. But it's a bird. It's an animal.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd be all too shocked if I walked outside right now and saw a pterodactyl flying.
You
towards
wouldn't be
me.
shocked at all.
I think I'd be confused.
You'd be wild as a dinosaur.
Yeah, literally. I'd probably be like awestruck. Why is there a dinosaur outside right now?
Yeah, but we're not rating seeing a dinosaur in the 21st century. We're rating.
We're rating just the pterodactyl,
Yeah. Just
which I think a lot of people know. A lot of people say it's their favorite dinosaur.
it's my favorite dinosaur.
I wouldn't say it's mine. But I think the dinosaurs had a big play in history. Again, history, everything.
Mhm.
Out of everything, probably just their popularity and the fact they were a dinosaur, because dinosaurs are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think pterodactyls are probably an A tier. I think it's probably an A tier
They're cool.
everything list and an A tier dinosaur.
I mean, they're really just like the closest thing we have to dragons. Big flying
Pretty
things.
much, along with like the weird lizards we have today.
Yeah.
I think pterodactyl is A tier.
Okay.
An A tier everything and an A tier dinosaur. All right, next on my list we have chimpanzees. You know that story of the chimp? The lady had like a pet chimp and it like attacked her and
Didn't it, like, rip her
killed-
face
yeah,
off
like
or something
ripped
like
her
that?
face
That's-
off. I think that knocks chimps down the peg a lot.
Well, no.
Like, why do people keep chimps as pets? They're like wild animals. Like, it's not a dog. It's a smart monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Smart enough to rip someone's face off.
Yeah.
I think out of animals, honestly, I think gorillas are cooler.
I mean,
than,
they got thumbs, though, so that gives them, like, a lot of points.
so do like other monkeys and gorillas, and I think gorillas are cooler than chimpanzees.
Oh,
honestly.
for sure.
So I think out of monkeys, they're probably one of the worst monkeys.
That's definitely true.
And out of everything, monkeys are pretty awesome. But just because it's a chimpanzee and a lot of them are really mean chimpanzees, I think they have to go like probably like I don't want to say C for chimp, but I want to say D for chimp. Because chimps are terrible.
Okay.
We're going to go D. D for the chimps.
D. All right, the next thing on my list is a trebuchet. Medieval trebuchet.
Trebuchet is the best medieval weapon ever.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Catapults are terrible.
Watching
Catapults are completely outclassed by trebuchets.
Like, videos, watch them work, it's crazy.
I think I'd want to be launched out of a trebuchet. Didn't they do that in one of the one of the Jackass movies? I'm pretty sure they got launched out of a trebuchet. I'm almost 100% sure that happened.
I bet you're probably right.
And I wish that was me.
Word.
I think trebuchets are the best medieval weapon, and out of everything, medieval weapons had a big play in everything.
Mm-hmm.
That probably happened.
That's like-
they probably used those in the fall of Constantinople for all we know.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
like-
trebuchets are an A.
Yeah.
I think they're
it'd be
the
like,
best
It'd be
medieval
like
weapon.
raiding modern day artillery, but that was just
But it's
medieval.
slinging a rock at something.
Yeah.
I think trebuchets are an A.
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 For sure. Okay.
Next on my list, we have jean shorts. Now,
Well-
I personally haven't worn a pair of jean shorts.
When I was younger, I had jean shorts.
I
But,
feel
like cut off jean shorts. You saying?
like cut off jean shorts.
Like denim shorts I had, but not like a cut off like jean shorts.
There's that one guy that comes into Domino's.
Mm-hmm.
He wears very, very short. I wouldn't say revealing, but they're very short jean shorts, and he should not be wearing them. I think that knocks them off a lot on the list, just because I don't like seeing him when he comes in. He's very scary.
I'm saying like I don't know jean shorts. I don't like a C or D.
I would never wear jean shorts.
I don't like jean shorts.
I don't think really anyone would
I
want to wear
think
jean
if you're
shorts.
gonna wear anything denim, just wear normal jeans. I don't know.
I think
if you're gonna
I
wear
think if-
shorts.
I think if you're matching it with a whole like if you have a denim jacket,
No.
and a denim hat and a denim pair of shoes, it'd look awesome.
With shorts.
But just shorts by themselves, I think
there's better materials.
it's honestly one of the worst pairs of shorts.
Yeah. If you're gonna wear shorts, don't wear jeans.
I think
Right.
jean shorts are probably an F tier, honestly.
Dang.
F tier jean shorts.
Okay.
No one likes jean shorts. Deep down.
So deep down, yes, I agree.
All right, so next on my list, we have this 15-second clip from Transformers.
Whoa! Oh my god! That was insane! It was awesome, but it was insane, right? Oh yeah! Hell yeah! He's back! He's alive! Optimus is here! At last, there is hope after all.
Mr. Leader of the Free Galaxy's back. I knew you'd make it. I never doubted.
We got your warning. We've been waiting.
Hell yeah, boom time. We got the gang back together.
Humans have asked us to play by their rules. Well, the rules have just changed.
Honestly, I think that's from the third Transformers movie,
Sounds right.
which, and by that point, they didn't, it's called Return of the Autobots or whatever the clip was. And it's like the new Autobots. It's like the big grenade guy and the two ninja dudes. It's not, well, and Bumblebee. But they didn't have Jazz, they didn't have the ambulance guy, or the, I think the other guy was a Hummer, from the very original movie, from the very first one.
Yeah, I think there are better, like, scenes in Transformers, for sure. Like, guaranteed there's better
I
scenes.
definitely think, and it's from the third movie, which wasn't really the best.
Yeah. I don't remember the third movie.
I think out of all the other Transformers clips, this one is probably, I think it's cool because they're all, like, reuniting. I think it's probably one of the better ones, but out of other clips, it's probably one of the more mid-tier clips.
Right.
I think it's probably like a C, maybe.
C?
I think it's, give it the benefit of the doubt, a middle class
C.
C.
Okay.
Middle
Yeah,
class C for Transformers. All right, and that was the tier list.
Let us know what your favoriteest top tier thing ever is.
This is, we have a sad, a very sad, solemn note to say. This is going to be the last episode of Top the Tier. But we hope it's been a good 5 episodes.
Thanks for watching. This has been a production of Jordan High School's Creative Communications class.
Thank you. Bye.